Italian F4 takes centre stage around Vallelunga once again. It is time to get going for the second race of the weekend, and we welcome Group A into the equation. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Italian F4. It is time to get going after, well, having an interesting race earlier on where we didn't get the battle for the win, still, but we got close to one. We got close to one, and that gives me hope that we're going to be in for something special today with David Cosma Christopher on pole position alongside Key Nakamura Berta. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to take you over to the battle screen because that gives you a better view of how the grid is for this race, and we'll move it back up to our main screen for when we actually do get going. So we have a circuit which is challenging, a circuit which opportunities are there for the drivers if they would like to make some overtakes. It's always action behind the wheel in Italian F4, and we cannot wait to see a little bit of that in action today. The battle down to turn 1 is going to be very interesting. Let's momentarily catch in and hear a little bit from Ian, the World Feed commentator, to see what he makes of things heading into this race.
But let's go down and hear from F1 Academy Series leader, Maya Werg.
Maya, welcome back to the Italian Formula 4 Series, which you raced in the 21 and 22. Some nice memories?
Yeah, thank you very much. It's always nice to come back. I mean, my first 2 years in single-seaters were in F4 Italian Championship, so I learned everything here. And yeah, it's always nice to come back, see everyone and see all the races.
We see you often here, so are you following the series this year too?
Yeah, I'm always following the series. I think, for me personally, I think it's a very high championship with high level, and I can learn a lot for myself as well for my racing, just watching the racecraft and so on. So I really enjoy coming here.
Now you're leading the Formula 1 Academy for Ferrari. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the season so far. Of course, it's good to lead the championship. We're almost halfway through the championship, so feeling good with the team, feeling good with the car, and yeah, we have Montreal coming up in a couple of weeks, so looking forward to that.
And what are the differences between the Formula 4 and the Formula 1 Academy cars?
The chassis and engine are the same, also the tires. The only differences for us is the wings. So we have a different spec of wings, front and rear wing. So that changes a bit the drag and downforce we have, but all the rest is identical. So yeah, it's very similar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
The Dutch-Belgian Merche van Benissa in Spain, Maya Werg racing for Ferrari, and of course leading the F1 Academy Series halfway through point of the 2025 F1 Academy Series. Maya leaves the grid, as do the mechanics, as we get set to race for race 2. David Cosma Christopher to the centre left of your screen, taking pole position on a wet...
Yeah, absolutely. It was a wet circuit, but it was a drying circuit as well. And right now, it's going to be interesting to see how Cosma Christopher does. I cannot wait to see what he's able to do off the line. So, it's going to be fascinating down into turn number 1, 100%, alongside Keen Nakamura Berta. That is always action-packed. That's always exciting to have him up there. So, yeah, let's run into the grid then for this race. We have David Cosma Christopher on pole position alongside Key Nakamura Berta, who will go from second place as well. Group B continue to race while we welcome in Group A to the equation. That also welcomes Emmanuel Olivieri to fourth position. And in fifth, we have Sebastian Weldon as well, our winner from our season opening race. Just ahead of him is Stolchamanis. Gabriel Gomez finds himself in sixth, and then it's Maximilian Popov in seventh. Salim Hanna in 8th, and then it's Dante Vinci in 9th, and we have Artem Sevayukin, who's in 10th, Alex Powell is in 11th, Kabir Anurag is in 12th, and then it is Emily Cotti also now added into the mix, and she starts alongside Enea Frey, who goes from 14th on the grid. Alexander Savinkov is in 15th, and then it's Andrea Kostic in 16th position. In 17th, it's Jan Koller, in 18th, it's Newman Shi, and then we have in 19th position Ella Louise Ways alongside David Walter, who goes from 20th position on the grid. From 21st is Peyton Vescott. In 22nd it is Ludovico Busso alongside directly in behind is Luca Ricciano, and then it's Nathaniel Beraby rather, in 24th position. Francesco Pio Coppola is in 25th, Arthur Lumiere is in 26th, and then it's Phil Collins Stranger in 27th. And last on the grid. Fascinating grid, fascinating race coming our way. I can't wait to see what Cosmo Christopher does off pole position. It is going to be a great fight to turn number 1, and let's see whether Kei Nakamura Berta can take another victory. Of course, Kei Nakamura Berta finds himself not racing in race 3 tomorrow, as his groups would have participated in race 1 and race 2. He'll sit out race 3, but he'll get himself into race 4 100%. So that'll be coming his way. Okay, formation lap is underway then for Italian F4 as we leave the line and we make our way around this circuit. All of the live timings, they will fix themselves when we get to the racing and when we get to the action. Everyone leaving their position on the grid, they will weave and they will get tyre temperature going, and we will wait for the action to begin here on this Saturday, this brilliant Saturday, which sees the field rotating their cars through. Great to hear, I have to say, from Maya Berg as well, the leader of the F1 Academy Championship right now, and she is a driver who's really performing and taking a step up in her second year, and it's great for her to be watching and keeping an eye, as she mentioned on this Italian F4 Championship. I cannot wait to see what she is able to do in F1 Academy, and hopefully she can also progress higher up in single-seaters beyond that point as well, kind of like what Abby Pulling is doing this year in GB3. No GB3 this weekend, GB4 is on, but no GB3. GB3 will be back in action soon as well, as they will go to Spa for their third round of the campaign. We make our way through them, just currently making sure everything is loaded and all set and running in this race. So let's get to it then. This is going to be the field now making their way to the end of the lap, and as they do so, they will now get themselves into position, and they will be getting ready to look to those 5 red lights coming up very shortly, and then the race will be underway. So keep an eye on Cosmo Christopher off pole position. What can Nakamura Berta do? Can he apply some pressure? Emmanuel Olivieri, he will be an interesting one to keep an eye on from third. Stolchamanis was the contender for the win that we were looking at to see whether he could do anything. The answer to the question was no. They are about to line themselves up on the grid. As I mentioned, the timings will fix themselves, and then we will get to the racing. We will get to the action. Can Kei Nakamura Berta go on and do it? After winning all 3 races that he participated in, it is now over to him to try to achieve the same. So he did that last time out in Misano. Now here at Vallelunga, what is he going to be able to do? Everyone lining up in position. The final car in place will be Phil Collins Stranger rather, who will line himself into position, and then we will get ready to go. Italian F4 racing. Can Cosmo Christopher take the win? Can Kei Nakamura Berta take it away? We're going to have 5 shining red lights that will come on for this event, one by one, unlike Misano, where it all came on at once. So let's see. Here we go. Here's the magical count beginning. 3, 4, 5. Italian F4 is underway. Poor reaction time off the line by Cosmo Christopher. Kei Nakamura Berta will beat him down towards turn number 1, moving himself up to second place. That's a big opportunity coming in, and an opportunity that's taken from Emmanuel Olivieri, who moves up to third position. Can the whole field make their way through? We have got some drivers who are losing time and losing positions and off the road. David Walter goes off. They're side by side for second. It's very nearly contact as we make our way through. Nakamura Bata with the lead. It's a brawl behind as they try and keep it pointing in the right direction. The slipstream being handed out, but it was a slow launch off the line for Cosmo Christopher. Not what he wanted at all. Claiming second place is Sebastian Weldon. He's roared himself up. The chaos that we saw in race 1 on the opening lap continues in this race. Stolchamanis wheel to wheel trying to get ahead of Emmanuel Olivieri. Down to the braking zone. Can he do it? It's tight between the two of them. Olivieri getting the power down. Olivieri is going to try and maintain the place. Safety car is out. And as we mentioned, that is due to David Walter, who's gone off the road. So the safety car out on the opening lap to neutralise things as we went Italian F4 Racing. And Italian F4 Racing proving to be quite chaotic as per normal in this championship. Gives us the opportunity to now get everything set up. Like that. You've got everything working now, everybody. In terms of our timings. And the right piece of information being shown to you at the same time as well. So. We make our way through. We have plus a lap after this one. I think it's going to be a very fascinating fight all the way to the finish. Can Sebastian Weldon do? I mean, I was looking forward to the fight between Sebastian Weldon and Ki Nakamura Berta earlier on, a few weeks ago at Misano. So now I'm going to be looking forward to the exact same, basically, and I'm going to hope that we do get that. I think that would be a really good fight. It would be a really good fight. Ki Nakamura Berta had enough in the race 4 that they were in together to claim that victory. Okay, back to the start. Slow start of the line by Cosmo Christopher. Great start by KNB. Nakamura Berta leading the way. And then it was a great start for Sebastian Weldon. He's in the yellow and white livery, who powered away to second. Olivieri had third. And then Gabriel Gomez tried to get himself in the mix as well. We were side by side between Kabir and Urag further back. And he was going wheel to wheel with Artem Sevayukin, I think, possibly. As we had a car off the road. Which, of course, as we mentioned, was David Walter. So Italian F4 finds themselves behind the safety car. We have 22 minutes plus one more lap to go. We're going to hope to finish with green flags this time around. That will be our hope, at least at this stage. But that's a dreadful start. I mean, you can't get much more of a worse start than that. You really can't get much more of a worse start than that. That is Cosmo Christopher down from pole to 9th on an opening lap. That is one of the most dreadful starts I think he could have imagined. A dreadful start which didn't include a stall but just had no momentum. And everyone was ganging up on him basically. Through that opening to the race. Oh, I'm hoping Sebastian Weldon can take the fight, or will it be another Ki Nakamura Berta washout? The 45 being cleared at the moment. David Walter can only watch on and imagine what it could have been. You're really having to make sure the car's secure so it doesn't fall off the tractor at the moment. The marshal brilliantly holding it as usual. I like to say on nearly every broadcast, we absolutely thank the marshals for all of the work they do and allowing us to go racing and motor racing safely as well. It is really highly appreciated, all of the effort that they put in for that to be the case. Right, so behind the safety car then, let's see whether Ian has been given any other information so far that he could update us on, because of course we're limited when it comes to live information about the Italian F4, so let's see whether Ian's been told anything regarding what happened at the race start, what could have possibly gone wrong for a few drivers, and who's really been some of our big gainers.
From Sydney, Australia, for the Dutch Vallelunga racing team, Dante Vinci. He's ahead of Alex and David Cosmo Christopher. Second race in the Italian series. Confirmation from race control. Safety car in this lap. DCC back to 9 from Severukin, Anurag, Kostic, Andrea into 12 ahead of Savinkov, Newman Chi, Frey, that's Enia. Salim Hanna, Jan Koller, Luca Vistoriano, the second Romanian, head of Emily Cotti, the Sicilian, Ludovico Busso, Francesco Coppola, Peyton from California, that's Westcott from Strange, Lorimer, and Elia Weiss, who just did scrape by that first corner. First lap incident, still in the race, the driver from München, Munich in Bavaria.
Thank you very much, Ian, as well, giving you a little bit of insight when it comes to nationalities and information on the drivers when it comes to that front. Okay, safety cars ending as you mentioned. So, is it game on between Sebastian Weldon and Key Nakamura Berta? Both of them driving for the Prema squad. They are having some time. Absolutely horrible stuff for Cosmo Christopher. He has to put it behind him. He has to put it behind him and focus now on the job from 9th position. The job that we assigned Key Nakamura Berta is to take us to the green flags and to take us to racing once again in Italian F4 with 18 minutes, 20 seconds plus a lap to go. Sebastian Weldon is going with him. We are getting ready to go back to the green flags. Key Nakamura Berta out of the final corner. Few lockups coming in to that final corner now. We are racing once again across the line. Who is going to have the opportunities to make some overtakes? We're looking further back to see who can make some dive bomb possibly. Stolchamanis was close, but he wasn't close enough, and he's under more pressure, to be fair, from Gabriel Gomez in the number 78, who will surely have the chance. Gabriel Gomez to the outside. Stolchamanis on the charge. A late lunge from Stolchamanis, and he's going to power away by, joined by Gabriel Gomez. They both clear Olivieri, and that is going to be Stolchamanis, who was defending from Olivieri and then found himself attacking. He found himself under pressure from Gomez, then attacked Olivieri. Huge lockups down to the braking zone. It is super tight. Can they all fight their way through? Italian F4 racing at its finest. Gomez with the inside. Olivieri trying to go around the outside. All the while, Dante Vinci there. So Dante Vinci wants to get involved. So tight at the front. All action behind. The Van Amersfoorts are side by side. Around the outside. That is going to be a brave move being attempted. The Van Amersfoorts very nearly making contact. Late dive bomb coming in. Maximilian Popov powering his way through. And he is really going on the attack. He's up to P6. He's the Van Amersfoort doing battle at this stage versus Dante Vinci. So there are two teammates, both giving it their all. Across the line we go. 6/10 in it for the lead. The rest of them glued together in typical Italian F4 style. That's what we love about this series. We know how brave Weldon is. He will surely go for something. If a chance is there. We go through the middle part of the lap now. We look to our leader. It's close, but not close enough for a move. Here's the chance for Maximilian Popov. Around the outside, he goes off Olivieri. Lockups are plenty out there on the circuit as we arrive down to the braking zone. So, that's going to be brave for Maximilian Popov. Kabiranurag making a move. A dive bomb further back, to be clear, as we go side by side. And that is going to be surely powering away through Olivieri just ahead of Popov. And there, down the inside, Alex Powell wants to get himself into the mix. Can he try and go on the charge as well? Can he get the power down? It's going to be close. Alex Powell around the outside of two drivers very nearly. Maximilian Popov will hang on to it. It is the dramatic Italian F4 race that we were talking about. It is unfolding in front of your eyes. They are so tight as we make our way through. Maximilian Popov will be under pressure. Dante Vinci will be under pressure in the number 66, and I think That's going to be Artem Sevayukin, who's going to have a huge opportunity to try and make a move of his own. I'm happy this race has come alive and it's delivering in terms of action. Late lunge in the background. Newman Shi thinking about it. I think that was on Kostic. Andrea Kostic, I think it was under pressure. Bit of debris out there on the circuit as well. Absolutely extraordinary stuff. To the braking zone we go. Around the outside. That is brave stuff. They are really risking it out there on the circuit. That will be wheel to wheel. Newman Shi trying to get to the inside. Kabiranurag trying to make a dive bomb. He can't do it on Sevayukin. Newman Shi gets ahead of Andrea Kostic. Salim Hanna is there in 14th. So Newman Shi has the position. Salim Hanna defending around the outside. That will be a brave move by Alexander Savinkov if he can get there. He can't at this stage. Oh my word, that's a late dive bomb. Absolutely super stuff on the brakes by Salim Hanna to try and find a way by, but he couldn't do it. 2/10 in it for the lead. We go through. It's so tight. It really is so close. I just get my required sip of water. This is for the lead. Prema is about to go side by side. They might have different liveries, but they are both part of Prema Racing. Sebastian Weldon trying to get by on Keen Nakamura Berta. Looking left, looking right. Now he's got the toe. He's got a big chance. Down the straight, pulling alongside. Sebastian Weldon versus KNB to the braking zone. And he's going to try and go around the outside. There was nothing he could do there. Can he try get the better line? Really? Keen Nakamura Berta is under pressure. Sebastian Weldon with the dummy down the inside. How on earth have they not made contact there? And they're opening the door for Stolchamanis. How was that not contact? This is a wild fight to win this one. Unbelievable. How did they not come to blows? The latest dummy sold by Sebastian Weldon. This is the fight that we want. This is Italian F4 at its finest. We've had some quiet races to start the season. It's coming alive now because Sebastian Weldon's giving it his all. Keen Nakamura Berta will want to defend it for all his might. Out of the final corner we go, and it's going to be a huge chance coming in. Sebastian Weldon versus Keen Nakamura Berta versus Stolchamanis. Stolchamanis wanted to do this in race 1. Well, he's in there just due to how much Weldon was going for it. But if those two make contact, they could open the door. This could be the start of your championship battle. KNB breaking the slipstream. Here comes Sebastian Weldon. Side by side we go further back. That will be move complete. Kirill Kutskov. Alex Powell losing her position as well, I should say rather. So Powell drops down. And that is going to be Maximilian Popov who goes by. So we make our way through. Newman Shi having to defend. Salim Hanna having to defend. Oh! Contact at the back. Opportunity for Kabiranurag. That was surely Dante Vinci. And Sevayukin who got super tight. And Anurag nearly got through on the pair. Extraordinary fighting. Extraordinary dogfighting at this stage. This is turning into a dogfight pretty much. Now we look our attention to see whether Emily Cotti can defend from Jan Koller to the braking zone. So That's going to be really interesting to see what happens between those two drivers. K and B on the attack again. But even more on the attack is Sebastian Weldon. Weldon's going to give it his all. He's going to give it his might. Fantastic to see this Italian F4 race play out. One of the races of the season. Definitely my favourite one, just because it has a battle at the front, and that's what we want in juniors single-seater racing. There's great battles in lots of motorsports for second downwards, but in Italian F4, you expect the biggest brawl when it comes to the front of the field. That's what we love about the category. We go through Seb Weldon. Look how close he is, man. This is two drivers pushing to an elite level where it's all on the line. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes down to the last lap. And could they open the door for Stoltemanis? Who knows? It is Italian F4 at the end of the day. Anything is possible. Here comes Sebastian Weldon. Weldon on the attack. K and B on the defence. And Key Nakamura Berta defends for the moment. Sebastian Weldon really nailing the lines and dragging himself closer and closer to his teammate. This is unbelievable stuff. Another opportunity. Key Nakamura Berta defending. Weldon around the outside. Down to the braking zone. They very nearly come to blows. But K and B hangs on. Weldon trying to get the power down. Sebastian Weldon to the outside line. Can he try and make this move on the brakes? He'll try cut back. Will it be better traction for Weldon? The Premers both battling hard. It might be a different livery attached to the car, but it is all action stuff. This is a great fight between Weldon and Key Nakamura Berta. It's a Premer 1, 2 and 3. It is turning into a dream race for them. We go through. Down the start, finish straight, everybody, once again. Sebastian Weldon, I think you can tell he wants this. He is desperate for it. He wants to make this move. It's a dramatic Italian F4 race that is going the distance. What a fight to win this. Weldon knows if he wants to get by, he has to go for something extraordinary. He has to work hard. He has to put in the effort to find a way by around opportunities which usually wouldn't be there. Weldon closing in, closing in, closing in. Can't do anything at that moment. Weldon taking the wide line. Stoltemanis doing all he can as well. Andrea Kostic in some battling. That is further back. Dante Vinci has the fastest lap. That's the driver in 9th at the moment. The Van Amersfoort, the number 66 it is. That he is behind the wheel of. And he's pushing on hard. To try and come up with something. Oh, it's sad that we're gonna miss out on Key Nakamura Berta tomorrow in race 3. We'll have him back for race 4, and then hopefully it'll be another fight once again. But yeah, there'll be one race which Key Nakamura Berta got to dominate. There might be one tomorrow, and then there's 2 up for grabs between both of them fighting at the front, which is really nice. Really, really nice indeed. Emmanuel Olivieri now sets the fastest lap for RHGP. Superb stuff from him. Here we go. Key Nakamura Berta defending once again. Seb Weldon attacking. Oh, huge lockup. The top two got away with it though. Unsure whether it was Stolchamanis, Weldon or K&B, which one it was. Out of them, that was the number 22 of Nathaniel Berraby, who found himself at the moment on the circuit. So that's why he ran wide. Weldon is in attacking range again. He is so close. This is Italian F4 fighting at its finest. He is pushing his teammate through these corners. We are in the final minutes of the race. And oh my goodness me, all out of shape stuff there for Alexander Savinkov. Out of the final corner, KNB knows he's going to have to defend this one. Sebastian Weldon, this is one of the closest opportunities the American driver has had. Down through the opening few turns of this circuit. Weldon closing in again. Kei Nakamura defending. He defends and he covers off the opportunity. Weldon trying to get back to the inside. He tries to get the power down. Thrilling stuff between these two. Kei Nakamura defending. Sebastian Weldon to the outside line he goes. Can he go by on the brakes? It's wheel to wheel between the Premiers around the outside. Goes Sebastian Weldon. K&B shows him the curb. No opportunity there. Weldon has a look again. Kei Nakamura with the late defense. Weldon trying to get the power down. It is so tight between these two talented drivers as they make their way through. This is corner after corner. He tries to go for the dummy. He tried to go to the inside. That is remarkable. He went for it again. I can't believe that he nearly did it. Goodness me, this is incredible. If he gets it done at some point, it will be something, quite something. He is practically pushing him round this circuit. Weldon giving it his all. He's got the Gain Bridge sponsorship to the side of the car. Round the final corner again. You know what's coming up next. 2 minutes to go, plus 1 lap. Kei Nakamura versus Sebastian Weldon. What a race to end the day. He's really closing in. Sebastian Weldon going for it again. Kei Nakamura didn't need to cover it off. He didn't feel the need. Weldon couldn't get by anyway. He takes the wide line, hoping for a good berth. Heading to the next apex, heading to the next corner. Kei Nakamura will need to defend again. Stolchamanis is there, looking, waiting for the chance. Weldon darting left, darting right, cannot find a way by. Remarkable racing, extraordinary stuff between these two extraordinary contenders. Gomez is in the mix, Olivieri is there, and this is the Italian F4 racing we want, because it's the last lap in a few moments, and it's absolutely wild everywhere. Kostek Andrea, the number 52 there as well, of Alexander Savinkov, making contact with the Prema, and that was the Prema of Salim Hanna. Weldon has to close in. Can he do it at the end? This is going the way. We'll make our way through. Penultimate tour of the race. This could be it. 2 more laps to go, including this one. Sebastian Weldon, a driver who started our season off on the top step, wants to return there again. This time, not a domination from the front. Instead, a extraordinary overtake on his teammate. It's a Prema 1, 2 and 3. Will it remain that way? And in which order will they finish? Huge lock up ahead. Is that from one of our top 3? Did they all get through? They did. Thank God they did. because we're about to get a last lap fight in Italian F4. It's where it all comes on the line, where it all goes down to the end. Here we go. Strap yourself in, everybody. Lock up for K&B. Key Nakamura Berta with a lock up. It means that Weldon is all over the back as we get ready to head on to the final lap of this race with the lead on the line. Race lead on the line. It's all to be fought for between the premiers 1, 2 and 3. Nakamura Berta and Sebastian Weldon. They've been going at it since the safety car restart. We go on to the final lap of the race. This is going to be the last few opportunities for Weldon to do something remarkable. He's had a look at 2 dummies so far. Now he's got to come up with something. He's closing in around the outside on his teammate, wheel to wheel between the Prema cars, and it's going to be K&B who hangs on to it. Weldon will get the power down. He will make this one a fight. To the next corner we're gonna go. Last chance coming up in a few moments for Weldon. Does he get by? K&B defends. Weldon around the outside to the braking zone. He's not gonna go around the outside, is he? Surely not. And he'll try and cut back in. Can he now get the power down? Weldon is gonna go for it. He can't sell the dummy around the outside down to the braking zone. Nakamura Berta hangs on. Weldon, can he get the cutback? It's nothing between them. He's going to be basically pulling alongside. He's so tight around the outside to the braking zone. Can he make this move on the last lap? It's so tight between the two of them. And K&B is going to push off Weldon. Weldon goes off. Stoltramanis gets through. Weldon fights back on the brakes. And Weldon retakes second place. And now it's going to be Stoltramanis off. And that is going to allow Gabriel Gomez up to the final spot on the podium. The Premas all battling at the end. All costing each other. And it's going to be Weldon in second. Key Nakamura Berta is going to end as the winner. He comes across the line to defend for his life and getting his reward. He wins in Italian F4 in style. Weldon is in second and Gabriel Gomez claims third on the last lap. Stoltramanis in fourth. Olivieri in fifth. Italian F4 and its absolute finest battling to the end, which sees Key Nakamura Berta on top. But what on earth will the stewards have to say about that? Let's take a look at a replay. I need to regrieve after that, goodness me. You always have that one moment. Oh man, Sebastian Weldon, what a guy. What a talent. Key Nakamura Berta, what a guy, what a talent. My word. Extraordinary. Wild. Italian F4 battling. That came down to the last lap. Right in the balance to the end. There will be question marks asked about Key Nakamura Berta running Seb out of road, then Seb running Stoltramanis off the road. I'm not even talking about it in the stewards, but in terms of internal with the team. That's what we love about motor racing. It not to be done with one single overtake, for the battle to continue, and Weldon having tried entire race to get by, he couldn't do it. That is why we love feeder series racing. In your big series, yes, when moments happen, it is quite major. But in support series and feeder series especially, you get action from start to finish, and you get races that go the distance all the way to the end. Seb Weldon brings it in to Park Ferme. Oh my word, I do not have a clue how that one is going to go down between the drivers. Weldon will be annoyed. Stoltramanis will be the most annoyed person of them all. Nakamura Berta and Weldon both maintaining positions that they had after opening lap. Gomez will be... Thank you very much. I mean, guys, if you wanted to fight a little bit more, you could have all taken each other out. I could have just got the win. That's what Gabriel Gomez will think. And Olivieri was like, oh, could you guys have not also just dealt with Gabriel Gomez ahead of me? Would have been quite nice to be able to gain a couple more positions. Okay, I am hyped for race 4. Race 4, that will be extraordinary. Race 4, that will be exciting. And on the evidence of today, it's all on the line. Especially in race 4 when we have the best of the best competing. When you have Weldon, when you have Keen Nakamura, Berta, both in the mix. My word. That is why we cover Italian F4 for you, everybody. Absolutely extraordinary fight to the finish. We have Wes saying that'll be one for the TikTok, I think. Absolutely, on the evidence of this race, it definitely could be one for the TikTok. And he says, glad I managed to catch the end of the race. Oh, I'm so happy. What a race. What a race. Congratulations, Keen Nakamura, Berta. Let's hear from our race winner.
Yeah, it was really tough. Made a few changes with the car and really struggled in that one. Yeah, I had to defend all the way through the race. Got closer towards the end, I was already struggling for my life, and there I was really screwed. And the last lap, yeah, I thought it was good racing, fair racing, especially with the new guidelines and everything, but I thought I did a good job, to be honest. It's still another win under the bag. We struggled pace-wise, but we know that we'll be fast again tomorrow with just the tweak back. So overall, really happy. 5 wins in a row. So yeah, it's a good start for the Italian, really.
Thank you.
Keen, you thought you did a good job. We thought you did a superb job.
Yeah, Ian, I can agree with that. I thought it was a good idea to mute my mic for some reason. Okay, let's take a look at the highlights. We haven't done that for a while due to we've been off for clashes, but this is the last thing on. It's the last thing on. I've got all the time in the world today to review this, and I feel like we need some time to cool down together. Okay, it started with chaos. It started with cars off. David Walter found himself out of the race. We had the safety car that was required. We went back to green. K&B leading the way. Weldon was in second place. We had some great battling from third downwards. Kabir Anurag was trying to make some progress, but it was a late dive bomb by Newman Shee, who was able to get ahead of Andrea Kostic. Not the only battling going on. The other Prema also getting involved. That was Salim Hanna. There was so much wheel to wheel though. The main talking point of the race. K&B versus Seb Weldon. It was lap after lap after lap of pushing each other, and on the last lap it was Weldon off into the gravel. Stolchamanis through. Weldon back down the inside, then Weldon shoving Stolchamanis off. Gabriel Gomez saying thank you very much, Premas, and he moved up to third, and then the checkered flag was waving, and K&B knew that he has won once again. Race 3 tomorrow could be a Sebastian Weldon show, who knows. There won't be any Stolchamanis, there won't be any Keen Nakamura Berta. Race 4 though, all to play for in the finale. We cannot wait to see what's going to happen in that one. Keen Nakamura Berta on top of the car. He absolutely deserves to be after that performance. And yeah, Wes, it's a good thing that you were able to catch the ending. Really, really good thing. It would be quite sad to miss out on that ending. I mean, to be fair, we get to cover some great things this weekend. You of course have F1, F2, F3, Porsche Supercup at Monaco. You're not really gonna get your action pack fest overtaking stuff in that, but you will in this category, and that's exactly what we saw. So many dive bombs, so many overtakes, and one of the best races of the season unfolded in front of our eyes, and we're going to get the celebrations all kicking off, as I think they all start preparing for the next race that's coming up in a few moments around this circuit. So not all a Prema podium due to Stolchamanis falling off right at the end, but Weldon and Keen Nakamura Berta are up there for the team. The Brazilian driver of Gabriel Gomez as well. Superb drive from him. Okay, time for the national anthem. congratulations to our top 3, as I once again forget to unmute my mic, as they get the photos taken, and they get instructed to look up to the cameras, and then the celebration start, with the bottles being sprayed right to each other. They deserve it after a great day of motor racing in Italian F4. It's been action-packed, it's been exciting, and that wraps up our coverage as well. It has been quite a lot of fun bringing you the second round of the season. Well, luckily, it's not over. It's not over. We'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again. 2 races and the grand finale of the weekend here at Vallelunga. It's going to be possibly a bit of a quiet race 3, but then back to action in race 4 with Weldon, Stoltramanes and K&B sharing the circuit. For now though, K&B has 2 out of 4. We're guaranteed a new winner tomorrow in race 3. Join us to find out who it's going to be. Goodbye.